Fat Joe, Fat Joe, Fat Joe. I'm telling you, we gotta talk about this, y'all. I'm saying he stayed on it. Fat Joe stay in that algorithm. I give it to you, Joey. I give it to you. You stay in the algorithm, champ. You really do. You know, we had the Fat Joe with the FBA, all this going on, and you know, it's so much going on with Fat Joe, man. That's why I said, man, allegedly, and everything I speak on is alleged. This dude had to have climbed the ladders, went through some type of doors. Remember that? I dropped a video yesterday. Go check that out. But today's video, may rest in peace to Big Pun, one of the greatest rappers that ever touched the mic. And then put the icing on the cake, one of the greatest Spanish rappers that ever touched the mic. Because he had everybody loved Big Pun, that part. And everybody know Big Pun was better than you too, Fat Joe. So let's start there and let's get to that part right there. Cause you trash. You okay, but you trash. You ain't the greatest. Big Pun was the greatest at it. He the one built Terror Squad to where it's at now. He the one that brought all that revenue to build Terror Squad Records, TS. He's the one that introduced Remy Ma to you, Fat Joe. He brought Remy Ma. That's how we got that's how the world ended up knowing Remy Ma, because of Big Pun. May him rest in peace. But Big Pun wife she did an interview on a podcast. Shout out to Uppercut Podcast. But the crazy part is, she walked out the interview. That part. What are we talking about here? The host of the Uppercut Podcast, old boy was asking a question. She was talking. But then old boy kind of like, I guess she felt like old boy was more on Fat Joe's side. That's the way Big Pun wife felt. Because she was only on the podcast about 5 minutes. No more than like 4 minutes. She got up out of there. 3 minutes and some change. She walked out. We're going to get to that clip. But we got to go back memory lane. See, every time Big Pun wife comes along and she speaks about his legacy to keep his legacy up, even though she spoke some harmful things about Big Pun in the beginning when Big Pun passed away because she was mad at Fat Joe, she was mad at everybody. I got to remember, this lady was homeless. She stood in the shelter. Her husband was a pop star, superstar. Big Pun album went platinum. First Latino Spanish nigga to go platinum. What we talking about here, man? And his family was staying in the shelter. They was homeless. They had no money. They barely got it. And this nigga basically, according to Wack 100, Wack 100 read the paperwork. According to her also, she's saying this is facts. He robbed Big Pun for about $4 million after his passing. And was giving chump change to the wife and all that. And try to say he gave Big Pun wife $1 million. According to Wack 100, according to Big Pun wife, that was all a lie because she got a quiet settlement later on, I think recently. I don't know if it happened now or a couple of years ago. But Wack 100 actually helped her out on that. We're going to get to the clips when I'm going to refresh y'all mind. We're going to go back memory lane. But see, what I'm trying to explain to y'all is Fat Joe get them antics. He get them little ways from being around them people. Because on one interview, he actually even said, yeah, I learned from Puff how he did big and all that. You know, he turned into a star. You learned from Puff. We all know after Big died, what happened? This nigga done took off his career. He became a rapper, his goddamn self. We talking about Diddy. So you learn from the best. We got to talk about this, man, because this is bugged out. Let's get this copyright fair use disclaimer out the way. You can find that in my description on my channel. Everything that I speak on over here is for educational, entertainment purpose. Again, copyright fair use disclaimer. You can find that in my description on my channel. Everything that I speak on over here is for educational, entertainment purpose. Clips and videos I play are also owned by the original creators. We got to get this show started because I even forgot to put my little intro in. Yo, 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 yo. If they know, they know. It's your boy Smoke News TV. We back here with another video. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video, keep that notification bell on so you know when I'm dropping my video. Smash the like button. That junk is free. Ain't gonna hurt your feelings, ain't gonna cost you. Let's get to the video clip where Big Pun's wife actually walked away on this interview. And hear what she gotta say, because anybody Fat Joe fans, he actually got introduced. He actually found Big Pun, whatever. We're going to get to the part when he actually found Big Pun, whatever, and Big Pun special. But Fat Joe was dropping on Don't Call It on Call of Gene or whatever, his second album. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but everybody knows his second album, that's around Big Pun came around. According to her and according to a lot of the other people, Big Pun wrote damn near half of that album. Remember Twins? Remember Deep Cover, the remix with him and Big Pun? Big Pun killed that song. Yeah. You robbed Big Pun, man. Alleged. And everything I speak on is alleged. Let's get to Big Pun wife, though. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel.
If it wasn't for Pun, Joe would have probably faded out, because if another label would have signed Pun, I feel Joe probably would have faded out in the back. But to know the fact that I know that Pun gave Joe, all right, we're going to call you Don Carter Jr., and then wrote everything after that. You know what I'm saying? So
everything.
The whole Don Carter Jr. album, everything. He just wrote everything. You know what I'm saying? So,
but at the same time, I feel like, you know, if he's better and like Fat Joe could do that, I think that's a smart move for even.
Oh no, Joe's a smart man. He's a smart businessman. I never said that. He's a very smart businessman.
Like, I was like, yo,
relevant all these years.
I'm putting you on, help me write. Like, if you're better, like, mine is why not?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and because I'm trying to like really, because what's taking so long? Like, I don't understand. Like,
so long of what?
To get to build that Big Pun's legacy, to get y'all together. For me, you and Fat Joe, like, why is it 20 years? How long? And you guys still haven't managed to really like settle. Like, and he said that he wants just an apology. You can't do that. Like, as in,
are you serious?
Now, smash the like button before we continue. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Now, that part when she about to start walking out the goddamn show right now. Because she looked at him and said, man, you serious? I apologize to him. Anybody been following the Big Pun, the Fat Joe saga with his Big Pun wife? We know Big Pun wife said some harsh things about Big Pun in the beginning when he first passed away. She even dropped a documentary saying that Big Pun was abusive, all this, that, and the third. Okay, she made a mistake on that. But see, what people got to understand, because I remember when I was young, when that shit first dropped, early 2000s, I'm like, damn, what the hell Big Pun wife doing? She's ruining his legacy. And she kind of was, because you put an inside house business outside the world. And this before the internet, y'all. They got that shit on YouTube, probably. You can Google that shit. You can search it on YouTube. You'll find it. And when she's saying Big Pun was abusive, you know, he did a lot of crazy shit. He was bugged out, but she was bugged out too. She wasn't no angel. We talking about a goddamn Puerto Rican woman. Shout out to all my Boricuas out there. Y'all already know the vibes. But we talking about an Afro Puerto Rican woman. You know what I mean? From the Bronx, nigga. And she, come on, man. We already know how to get down out there. They ain't gonna. So they both was bugged out. They both was young. But she made a mistake by doing a documentary. Okay. But she don't have to give no apology to Fat Joe for what mistakes she did to talk about the world, about her family. For what? That shit ain't got nothing to do how much Big Pun made for Terror Squad and who built Terror Squad to where they was at and to where it's at right now. Because Terror Squad is still relevant just because of Fat Joe. He could sign anybody. He had Remy Ma, they had a run. We wouldn't have had that little run from the Terror Squad, whatever, if it wasn't for Big Pun when he was alive. He the one built that goddamn label up. He the one that made all the money for you to get the label to where it was at for you to sign the artists that you had back in the days. Don't sit here. Let's cut the shenanigans out. Okay, you don't like the baby mom, but I don't got no goddamn reason for you to treat the baby mom the way you treat her. Nigga had kids, twin. Y'all call each other twin, right? That's your bro, right? Nigga had babies at that time. You had them families all in the shelter for years. Saying that she the crazy one. We're going to get to all the clips and why Fat Joe did. We're going to get to all this. Let's continue, though. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Rest in peace to Big Pun, man.
Are you serious?
No, I'm asking you.
Why would I give him an apology after what he put my family through and what he did legally?
Was it legally? Like, how?
You know what? Can we stop this for a second?
Yeah. I'm
leaving this interview.
Well,
because this is like a whole Fat Joe situation now.
No.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good off of this. I'm not comfortable, and I'm leaving this interview. You're not gonna put me in a situation where now I'm gonna be recorded and this is gonna go everywhere, and you come in and holler this whole Fat Joe stuff,
No, if you don't want it to talk about, no, if you don't want it, then you could have just said it.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm really good off this. The way you're coming off and your attitude and the way you come off on this joking, like if you're siding with Joe, like I'm not gonna sit here and explain everything that my family went through and what I had to go through to fight for Pun's rights and my kids' rights. That's my godly right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I won't.
Nah, I'm good. You fucked up.
She right. Nah, Smoke. I know some of the people my age or probably older that been following the Fat Joe. Nah, man, she was bugging back then. Go do y'all research. What's only right is right. She was actually married to this man, Big Pun. They was husband and wife, bro. To all the champs, to everybody in the Bronx, everybody Big Pun and Fat Joe fans and this. I'm a Big Pun fan, so let's get that straight. She got her rights. When you marry and your husband pass away, you get whatever's there on that table. To the married women, y'all know what the hell we talking about here. That's like y'all get divorced, y'all get half. It's the same thing when somebody pass away. You got to get the rights for his family. That's his wife, and he had 2 little kids at the time. They grown now, but they was babies at the time. So she's speaking facts. But see, I get what old boy was trying to do that host the show. See, Fat Joe is very heavy in the industry. Pause. I explained that yesterday in my yesterday video. Go check that out. Go check that out. Why him and Nori got so much of they got a big voice in hip hop right now because who they are, Nori platform, and who they connected to. Who they connected to? Hove. That part. So dudes like him still they want that Fat Joe interview to come on a podcast and all that. Y'all get what I'm trying to say? The dude's from New York too, the dude that hosts the podcast. He from New York. He know math. They want that, so they don't want to be in bad terms, but see what's right is wrong is wrong. You call Big Pun wife up there to understand what's going on her behalf, her story. What's the drama between? What did Fat Joe actually rob y'all for? This is facts. This is documents. This ain't no lies. Rob Big Pun for $4 million down there. Let's continue. Let's get to Wack 100. Because remember, I told y'all, Wack 100 Big Pun wife was actually kumbayaing on the paperwork to get her settlement. They did a settlement in court on a quiet settlement between Big Pun wife and Fat Joe. They never put it in public. TMZ would have been put that shit out. That shit was quiet. It was a quiet settlement. So we don't know how much Fat Joe actually gave Big Pun wife in court. But Wack 100 played a big part of that because she went to Wack 100 for help. She had to go all the way to the goddamn West Coast to get some help because everybody in the East Coast was afraid to cross Fat Joe. That was the problem because he's still in the goddamn industry. This been going on for damn near 20 years. Y'all think I'm lying? Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, like one up, man. Rest in peace to Big Pun. Let's get to it.
Right, so when she came to me and told me that, we did 2 projects and we got her, not us, we didn't take $1, we got her $1 million for her and the family.
Now, this is Fat Joe explaining, talking about hold up, before we get a whack, this Fat Joe saying that he get $1 million to Big Pun wife, and she blew it. This is him saying this back then. Let's continue. And then you're going to hear what Big Pun wife and her little lawyer, whatever people, peep this out. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel.
Right, so when she came to me and told me that, we did 2 projects and we got her, not us, we didn't take $1, we got her $1 million for her and the family. Now she ran through it because she was used to spending that money. She comes back, I write her a check out my pocket, boom, and I'm like, yo, it ain't no more after this.
What happened is that Joe went out claiming that he gave Liza $1 million when Pun died.
Right.
So this is really the genesis of this issue about the money in Joe, right? It's not so much that there was an accusation that Joe was stealing money. It's that Joe came out and said he gave $1 million to Liza, and he never gave $1 million to Liza when Pun died. Nobody gave Liza $1 million when Pun died, right? And so...
And that's facts. See, the trick was, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video. The trick that he did, and it's something like how Puff did Big Mom in the beginning. until Big Mom had to take him to court. Same thing Big Pun wife had to do. See, but Big Pun wife is more street back in the day. She was bugged out. She didn't really know the politics and know the law and all that about how that shit work in the industry. The paperwork and all that. I gotta remember, this is 20 years ago, Danny, 20-something years ago. She's way grown out and all that. So she started waking up, making sure she on that nigga neck, make sure she get her settlement, which I told y'all 5 minutes ago, they did a quiet settlement in court. But see, she's still speaking about it because she ain't beat. That first video I played y'all, that shit was recently. That was like last week or two. But once dude got on Fat Joe's side, she not beat for that. But peep the Wack 100 situation and hear what I got to say about this. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. This nigga robbed Big Pun for $4 million while my man passed away and left his family starve and had him in shelters and all that shit. Who the hell does that to their twin? Who the hell does that to a nigga that built your label, nigga? Who the hell does that to a nigga that funded your label to where it had to be at in the 2000s, in the mid 2000s? Who introduced you to Remy Ma, nigga? Big Pun. That was Big Pun artist. Let's start there. Let's get to that part. Fat Joe, man, you a slime, man. You a slime ball, man. Let's continue, though.
I talked to Game, too. I said, Game, Joe called you? He said, Joe ain't called me, Wack. You know, he said, Wack, you ain't did nothing, but what Wack do? He said, Nick, if I was going right now and motherfucking Drayton was doing my wife like that, my baby mama, I would expect a real motherfucker to step in and make something happen. Ain't nobody in this world gonna look at what you doing as not the right thing. That's a woman, bro. That's the wife. It's mother of his children. Ain't nobody, can't nobody. Now I don't give a nobody, because that's the crazy part. You in a situation, he said, you know how to play it to where a nigga can't go against what you doing. You just can't and call yourself a Pun fan or you got respect for Pun. There's no way.
So what does Fat Joe do?
I talked.
Right, so when she...
That man is dead, bro. You robbed him for $4 million already. I seen the work.
Have you spoke to Fat Joe about it? Because I would speak to Fat Joe.
I speak to Fat Joe about shit. I spoke to the son, the daughters, and the wife. Who is Fat Joe when it comes to the daughter, the sons, and the wife, bro? You know they don't with them people. That's what I'm saying. It don't matter. That's that man's wife and his children, bro. That's that man's story. Stop blocking them and let them people. The people was homeless. What kind of is you? $4 million you never gave his wife and kids. None of his 30% cut. 1.2 million should have went to his wife and kids. They was homeless in a homeless shelter. Oh, my mama just did her deal.
Yeah, damn, you don't fuck over a lot of people. A lot of people gonna be upset.
Now you heard Wack. Nah, smoke all up. How Wack involved because she went to the valley. She had to go out there to go have Wack help her with this paperwork and all this shit. Wack connected too. Remember, West Coast and East Coast is different. She said nobody in the East Coast didn't want to even rock with her, man. They were scared. Hear what Fat Joe got to say, though.
I talked.
So what does Fat Joe do? Fat Joe created Big Pun. I don't give a fuck what type of smoke, steroids, dust you on. Fat Joe invented Big Pun. I don't think Puff Daddy gave the rights to Biggie back. I don't think they gave the rights to Tupac back. I don't think they did. So I said, okay, you saying Fat Joe's jerking you, take everything. You know, get everything. Fat Joe doesn't own a dollar, no attach. I don't have nothing to do with Big Pun. That's what y'all wanted. All right, cool. So now Big Pun is dead for 20 years. Now you got all these niggas, the Super O's, the Rigs, the this, involved, who's trying to make money with the family off the estate. And they said, come on, Joe. After you created the whole shit, do it for Big Pun, my nigga. Do it for Big Pun 20 years later, my nigga. The Pun ain't here, bro. Pun ain't here. So would you want me to go and work my ass off and go for free for Big Pun, and then you take all the money?
You see how he think? Let me break it down to what he basically saying. With the clips I played y'all with Wack 100 talking about the situation and all that, he helped Big Pun Big Pun wife get some bread. It was a quiet settlement. Remember, Big Pun wife been fighting this settlement for years, decades. What he's saying is now you got people all involved. They want to eat off the family too. He's trying to say Wack want to eat too. Wack don't need to eat. Wack explaining he done broke it down. Big Pun family supposed to have got $1.2 million when he passed away. This nigga ended up taking everything. Anything that was involved, he took his cut. Fat Joe took his cut, and he took the rest of the cut too. What's right is right, is wrong is wrong. For Wack, I feel Wack on this. Wack wasn't wrong on this. That's your boy. That's your twin. You let that nigga family in shelters, homeless for decades. Them niggas, they hopping. Come on, you talking about you get $1 million to her? You never even did. You was giving her pockets, writing a little bullshit out your pockets, giving her probably 20,000, shit like that. I could see you doing that. And it added up to 1 million probably throughout the years. But you was giving her pocket money, 20,000, 10,000, another 20, another 15. You count that out the couple months out the years, you doing that on purpose because that's not paperwork, that's pocket money. So you do that for 2 straight years. That shit eventually go 2 years, 3 years. That shit eventually gonna add up to close to $1 million. You probably get picked Big Pun on wife probably what 200, 300,000 for like almost 10 years. You knew what you was doing because Big Pun was worth more on paper, and his wife knew that shit. You knew what you was doing, Fat Joe, and that's wrong because that's supposed to be your twin. That's supposed to be your bro, and that's the nigga that built that goddamn label. You took them rhymes. You took them notebooks too, nigga. You took them rhymes. That's what you did.
I talked.
So what does Fat Joe do?
What's good, y'all? It's the answer. We back with another one, man. We got an update on that Big Pun, Wack, Fat Joe, Lisa Rios. Lisa Rios took to social media and responded. She let everybody know this is not a new story. For those who didn't catch the original story, with Wack coming out, letting everybody know how he yanked that deal and worked that out, let's take a quick listen, catch everybody up, and then we'll go ahead and give some commentary before we wrap this thing up. Appreciate y'all tuning in.
You look up and his wife and kids, a homeless shelter, you won't give them a dime, and you still won't call it right or wrong?
That's a fact.
What we talk? So then she come to a LA, a Cali, a Valley, and say, Wack, this is my problem. They block me. The building want to do it, but they say they don't want to be ruining themselves relationship with Fat Joe. Hold on. Get on the phone.
Get on the phone. I got you. That's what Wack 100 did. So according to her, everybody in the East Coast didn't want to rock with it because they didn't want to ruin their relationship with Fat Joe. He's an East Coast New York nigga. Where Big Pun from? East Coast New York nigga. Niggas don't want to ruin the relationship throughout the years with Joey. That was the issue. He kept calling everybody, don't rock with her, don't rock with her, don't rock with her, don't rock with her. She had to go all the way to the Valley, nigga, where this nigga Wack 100 at, to have somebody help her. They ain't from the East Coast, they from New York. To get her money, get her rights. That nigga's a slime ball. That nigga robbed Big Pun, man. That's the reason why you blew up the way you blew up after Pun died, bro. That's the reason why you ate more when Remy Ma got introduced to the world. Nigga, and Remy Ma even said you robbed her too. We ain't forget about that. Remember when she was locked up? She said you raped her on a contract. Yeah. We ain't forget about that. You robbed Remy Ma too. So what makes you think that you ain't robbed your twin? The one that built your label, the one that got you with in the beginning, got you started to what the hell you at now, because now you jumping on everybody's lap. Because there was once upon a time you hated Jay-Z, you hated 50 Cent. The video I just made yesterday, I explained that you had to piece it up for you to come back and try to get your pockets or get money because they were stopping all types of endorsements, everything. Jay-Z and 50. Until you apologize to one of these niggas. And what you did, you apologized to Jay-Z first, you jumped on his lap, now you're down Rock Nation, and you apologize to 50 after that. Who are we talking about? Am I lying here? Exactly. So what make you think that you ain't robbed Big Pun? You ain't robbed your twin. Yes, you did rob your twin. You took his life insurance, all types of shit, probably after he passed away. And she ain't got the lawyers for her to fight you in the beginning. Let that marinate into your brain. She didn't have the money to fight this nigga in the beginning. Because he kept everything. He kept everything on Big Pun's side. So whatever she had, she was spending that shit, whatever probably on things that she needed. What you was giving her was she was worth way more on paper, is what I'm trying to explain here. Crazy. You an industry nigga, man. That's why you at where you at, man.
Coming out of bodega and some Spanish.
And this how he met Big Pun. Since you want to say he made Big Pun rap like that, did all that before he even met you. You gave Big Pun an opportunity. But look how he speak about this man. It's supposed to be his twin.
Coming out of bodega and some Spanish kids are rapping, and the biggest one says, yo, let me rap, twin, let me rap. And he start going da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Boom, he stops and goes, snatch the moon out the sky. And blow the sun away. Me and my brothers playing hardcore. I was like, oh my God. It was Big Pun. I grabbed him, I threw him in my Lexus. I said, I'm gonna make you the Spanish Biggie. I was there.
But on Drink Champs, I made Big Pun, this, that, and the third.
So what does Fat Joe do? Fat Joe created Big Pun. I don't give a fuck what type of smoke, steroids, dust you on.
That's crazy to me. Because if you Google Big Pun old picture when he was slim, this nigga was walking Sherlins. This nigga had ropes around his neck, gold ropes. Yo, you, Fat Joe, you something else, bro. You talking crazy about your so-called twin that built your label. You created Big Pun? How? You might have told Big Pun to slow his rap down in the studio and told him to make songs for the gun. But Big Pun, Ben was, yo, bro. Anybody follow Big Pun in his legacy and his friends, besides Fat Joe, his other friends, they'll tell you. Big Pun was that nigga back then. He was getting money. He was a basketball player also. He was a slim person back then before he blew up. He got fat. He got big, whatever. May him rest in peace. But he was getting money back then. Wasn't the biggest drug dealer, but he got to the bag. Nigga, my bro, pictures don't lie. Nigga got a gold rope, Sherlins on, all types of shit. What we talking about here? And then the way he rap, he been rap like that. He just slowed it down a little bit. Oh, we ain't done. He wanted to make him like Biggie. Remember that part though, right? Peep this out. This dude crazy, man. I'm telling you, man. He's a hypocrite. He's a hypocrite. Something wrong with this dude, man.
That part is I never had an argument with Big Pun while he.
You know, the day I met him, I took him to my studio. He jumped on 2 songs on my second album. My second album was closing up. As soon as I met him, you know, I was there with what Puffy did with Biggie. So I was there for the whole thing. Like I watched Biggie in a tank top like you. They can't see you right now, but in a tank top like you. And the next day he had a fur coat on with gaiters and a fedora. Like, I mean, next day, like hanging out with him like this, next day, gators, fur, you know, I was like, oh shit, you could do that? So I seen all that. And so I knew when I met Pun, you know, because if we would have let just Pun go, he'd have been like trigger happy, just spitting crazy, but he wouldn't have thought about the hits for the ladies and stuff like that. So I was like, no, bro, you're going to be the Latino Biggie. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go that way. And so, you know, we made sure he had all of the Versace shit on. He had that look, that aura, that persona.
I don't believe him. I don't believe him. Because this old documentaries, one of these days, I'm going to try to reach out to somebody that's close to Pun Char. I'm going to start doing these goddamn interviews too, man. Because I don't believe you, bro. You're a compulsive liar, man. You lie about everything in goddamn hip-hop. You lied about doing the song with Biggie. C Gutter came out and said that shit wasn't facts. And that's Biggie, man. You lie about so much shit is just ridiculous, bro. I give you props for repping Boricua and all that. Like I said, I'm half Boricua. I'm an Afro Puerto Rican because it's different type of Puerto Ricans. You're a different type. I'm a different type. Let's start there, color-wise. Let's start there, that part. But there's nothing wrong with that. Boricua is Boricua, black is black, whatever. We all, you know what I mean? But you're a compulsive liar, bro. And the reason why you climbed that ladder, went through them goddamn doors and the way you connected is because why? Because of your outside. The way you look in the outside. You had to change your whole style. You only brought about 4 or 5 niggas with you besides the whole terror squad. Then you start going on mad interviews, start talking crazy about your whole crew, all this. You only kept certain niggas that's gonna hold you down, that's gonna ride with you. A lot of other niggas, you left them niggas in the dust, nigga. Just like you left your twin that passed away. You talking about you created him. You ain't creating no Big Pun. Big Pun already had the lyrics. He had the rhymes. He was better than you when he was spitting. Pause. When y'all niggas did Deep Cover, that song Deep Cover, y'all did the remix, the infamous Deep Cover song from Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. When y'all niggas did the remix, you and Fat Joe, Big Pun and Fat Joe, who had the best verse on it? Who bodied that shit? Big Pun did. Niggas thought that nigga was, they didn't even know that nigga was Spanish. Nigga Snoop Dogg said that shit. What we talking about here? He gave permission for them niggas to do the remix. Dre gave them permission to do the remix, whatever. Because that's their copyright. But Snoop didn't know who Big Pun was. Remember, this coming off on Fat Joe's second album. How you think Fat Joe's second album did so successful? That's why it goes back to Big Pun's wife saying that Big Pun wrote half of that goddamn album. Not taking nothing from Fat Joe. He no talent. He been in the game a while. But when somebody's better than you, sometimes you just got to tell the truth. And there's plenty of interviews you said Big Pun is better than you. But for you to say you created him, that shit crazy to me. No, you learned from Puff for what Puff did to Big, nigga, after he passed away. Nigga, all the little slime balls shit he did. With the contract wise. You ain't correct. Come on, that's crazy to me. That's like that's crazy. And that's supposed to be your twin, though. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. This is the type of shit that him and Nori on nowadays.
That part is I never had an argument with Big Pun while he was alive. Right. I never had a dispute with him. I never had an argument. We love each other like brothers. Day in, day night, thick as thieves. The biggest family you ever seen. It's sad that when he passed away, now you got to deal. You see, it happens with everybody. It's going to happen. It happens with everybody. So now you got to, as soon as the family comes in, you don't really know them. Like, it be, no disrespect to you, FM. It'd be crazy if you passed away. We really never dealt with your wife. As many times as I know you and all that, who knows if she says she's the new owner of Drink Champs and she got a new way of doing it called, let's put the pig shit over the table and this and that. And
only Hypnotic on the table.
No, EFM would have never did this. I got a brother I haven't talked to for 25 years, my own brother. Maybe even more, my own blood. I guarantee you the day I die, that running in my mother's crib talking about, yo, this is my brother.
That's crazy. So you comparing that to your twin that helped you build your label, Terror Squad. Terror Squad came from the streets. You were just building TS Records. You met Big Pun. Big Pun is your first artist, blockbuster artist that went platinum. To this day, nigga, you still haven't done better than Big Pun's first album. I sit back, I wait. What we gonna talk about? The remix, Make It Rain and Lean Back? Nigga, those are singles, nigga. I'm talking about an album. You still haven't done better than Big Pun album 20-something years later. So for you to have the courage and disrespectful talk that you got, talking about you created this nigga, you don't care, you'll take all the smoke, I created him, this and that. You nigga, just speak it, swallow your pride, pause, just speak the truth. You made a mistake when you was young, you took the money, and that was a mistake you made. Apologize to his family, apologize to his wife. The reason why you don't is because the way that she went on a rampage in the beginning when Big Pun passed away. How she was so disrespectful when she was talking about you. Which is only right. Okay, I agree with you with it's so many interviews this nigga talking about the Big Pun situation and the beef between him and Big Pun wife. I agree with Fat Joe and the company and a lot of other people with her when she dropped the documentary and she brought a lot of the inside house problems into the world when she exposed that with the allegedly abuse and all this. Okay, that's her, but she always said she apologized and she wished that she could go back and never did that shit. But she only did that because she needed the money. That's another thing she said too. That part. If you would have handled your goddamn own business and took care and gave her money that she needed, that she actually supposed to have got because of the husband passing, because they actually married, she supposed to have got $1.2 million according to Wack 100 and according to her. Like I said 20 minutes ago, you was given a chunk change throughout the years. There wasn't no real paperwork. So that's the narrative that you actually running around talking, spitting for the last 20 years. I gave her $1 million. Yeah, throughout the 10 years, you probably gave her $500,000 out of your pocket in checks without no paperwork. So you could keep her quiet because Pun was worth way more than that on paperwork, not pocket money. Let's get to that part. Telling you, man, these niggas is crazy, man. Let's go back one more clip before I get out of here. This niggas is one of them. He climbed that ladder, 10th level, went through them doors, kumbaya, sitting on laps up there with the billionaires and shit. Allegedly. You one of them, man. You cashed in for your soul, that part.
That man is dead, bro. You robbed him for $4 million already. I've seen the work.
Have you spoke to Fat Joe about it? Because I would speak to Fat Joe.
I speak to Fat Joe about shit. I spoke to the son, the daughters, and the wife. Who is Fat Joe when it comes to the daughter, the sons, and the wife, bro? You know
they don't with them people. That's what I'm saying.
It don't matter. That's that man's wife and his children, bro. That's that man's story. Stop blocking them and let them people. The people was homeless. What kind of is you? $4 million you never gave his wife and kids. None of his 30% cut. 1.2 million should have went to his wife and kids. They was homeless in a homeless shelter. Oh, my mom, I just did her deal.
Yeah. Damn, you don't fuck over a lot of people. A lot of people gonna be upset.
You see what I mean? What's right is right, wrong is wrong, man. That's all I gotta say. You gotta show love to somebody that built your label, man. If it wasn't for his success when he first came out, meeting Big Pun, you wanna have started getting that glamorous life, that success, if it wasn't for Big Pun. Nah, Smoke, you bugging. No, I'm not. Do y'all research. Before he signed Big Pun, look how that nigga was looking back then. He been around. He was around the Biggie era. He was around the Tupac era. He was around all that shit. He was around the Rough Rider era. When when Pun died, that's when he started blowing up after that. The Remy Ma, that's when we got introduced to Remy Ma. The Terror Squads on Click came out. All that. They came out like back to back to back because he had the funds to do it. Because of Big Pun's success off his album. That part. Speaking facts here, ain't nothing, you know what I mean? If it was right is right, wrong is wrong. That nigga's a slime ball for what he did, man. He a slime ball for that, straight up and down. You climbed that ladder, went on that 10th level. You've been around too much around them puffies and shit like that. You just said it, you learned from Puff. I'm out of here, man. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video, keep that notification bell on so you know when I'm dropping my video. Rest in peace to Big Pun. Make sure y'all like one up for Big Pun. One of the greatest. Facts. Way better than this nigga. Rest in peace, Big Pun, man. If they know, they know. It's your boy Smoke News TV. Salute, gang.